Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. You know, I wanted to catch this pulling up, but I couldn't catch it pulling up because I was on my other phone, and I just want to take a look at it right now. This is the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. This is one I did a couple of weeks ago, and the reason why I'm here today is because we're going to do an update on the tires to see how the tires are holding up. Now, these have the when I did this a couple of weeks ago, I showed you, I used the Permashine, the X-Former Permashine on them, and you can see from this tire right here how it is still in effect. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a little wash test today to see if the tire is still holding up or not, to see if the tire coating is holding up. Now, I've made this promise to myself. If the tire coating is holding up, I will be using it to put on my wife's car. Okay, so we're going to see what happens here. All right, everybody, as I was saying, you remember a couple of weeks ago, we put the X-Former Permashine tire coating on it, all right? And these are the tires right here, okay? Now, this vehicle, for the last couple of weeks, has been out, stays out, it's not garage, driving in the rain and whatnot. If you look around, I mean, it's hard to even tell that we had the kind of pouring rain that we had on it by looking at it. But as I was saying over and over again, I keep telling you this over and over again, you got to have some type of protection on the vehicle, okay? If you don't have anything on this paint, everything that gets on it, water, dirt, and everything else will just sit. You got some type of protection on it, it's going to repel it. It'll repel it right off of it. Same way with the tires. Now, we're gonna check out and see how this Permashine, how it lasted up for the last 2 weeks, all right? But before I put any soap or whatever, I want to hit it with take a look and you can see how the water's bubbling up and how it's sheathing off of it. That tells you that there's something on it, okay? That tells you that there is a coating on it, because if there was nothing on it right now, the water would just be sticking right there. So now the thing that you all know about me, I don't do torture tests, okay? You see torture tests where people take it through the ring and see what it does. My tests, do anything that I do, whether it be on the paint, whether it be on the tires, is through everyday use. Because if you torture test anything, it's going to give up sooner or later. If you're putting, if I'm putting iron remover and some of the strongest, highest pH soaps on this tire, sooner or later, you know, this stuff is going to give out, because nothing is bulletproof, right? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to, just like we're doing it just a regular wash. So in here, you know, I got my tire mixture, my tire cleaner in here. I got some super clean in there. I also have super cleaner. I also have a tablespoon of Dawn dish detergent in there, along with the super clean, water, and some iron remover, okay? All right, so this tire has been dried off, and I want you guys to see. You can see right where the line is where I put the Permashine on there and where it stops at it. But you can also see right here at the edge where it's starting to wear down. That's normal. That's normal because it's rolling on the ground. And anything that rolls on the ground, especially on the sides, this is, you know, it's just like your tires. You know, any tires are going to wear in two places. They're going to wear on this, either the outer side right here, or they're going to wear on the inside. It all depends. Now, you're supposed to get even wear on them, you know, as long as your front end suspension and everything is up to par, okay? But you are still going to get wear on these edges, and the reason why you don't get wear on them is because you're not driving that vehicle perfectly straight all the time. You got to turn corners. And as you turn corners, what happens? That's what this is for. That's the reason why you got treads on around the corners, to give you traction, all right? But looking at it, as you can see, it's still there, but it is not as brilliant as it was when first put on. Now, this is the tire that has not been washed. I mean, I want to show you the difference between the two of them. Okay, that's that one. Let's take a look at the one on the two on the driver's side. Here's this one on the driver's side. And there's that one. Okay. Now, after all that's been said and done, we're talking about the X-Former Permashine, which I hope you guys can see that, all right? Tire coating. It's been 2 weeks, okay? And it's somewhat held up. Is the shine as brilliant as it was before 2 weeks ago? No, it is not. It's not as brilliant, but it's still there, and you can tell that it's still there. Now, I've looking at the instructions. The instructions tell you that you can always, after about a month or so, reapply it, put it back on. It's basically, when you hear some people that sit up and say, well, this stuff is going to last you a year or half a year. I don't think this says it lasts a half a year. I don't think it says it lasts that long. But one thing I do know about it is that once you put it on, you have to let it sit for at least 24 hours, before you get any water or anything like that. Yeah, I would let it. When I put this on, it said at least 24 hours, because even road rash, getting on the road and stuff like that, it hasn't fully set up yet and needs to set up. So, it's still there. You can tell that it's still there. Is it as brilliant as it was before? No, it's not as brilliant as it was before, okay? And this has been now 2 weeks, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do another update in 2 weeks. And if the owner of the vehicle will allow me to, I'll reapply it, another coat over it, I'll take care of him. I'll do that for him at no extra charge, okay? So, because, he's a good guy. He really is. And I like doing this. I like doing this G-Wagon. I really do. So, I'll, like I said, in about a week or so, we're going to try it again. We're going to give it a couple of weeks. We'll do it again. And what we're going to do is we're going to put another coating over on each tire, okay? Since it's got it, we'll see how it lasts from there. Anyway, I hope y'all like the channel. I hope you like what you saw, and please, you got to hit those like buttons, those notification buttons, help keep the channel up. I'm up to 800 subscribers now, which is, I'm trying to get to 1,000 and beyond and beyond and beyond. But without your help, without y'all watching my videos, I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I mean that. So, but like I said, I'm going to keep trying to bring you different content, to keep you going, and basically to show you that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get some good quality. You don't. Now, like I say this in every one of my videos. You do get what you pay for. True enough. I believe this stuff is like what, 20 bucks a bottle, something like that, around that area. You do get what you pay for, but the thing about it is, when there are some people that'll tell you, oh, things have to be done this way or have to be done that way, you know what? Like I always say, find your own way of doing your thing. And if it works for you, guess what? The hell with what anybody else says. Let it work for you. Do what does for you. And if it works for you, it works for you. Keep it moving, all right? Thanks y'all a whole lot. Permashine, the X-Former stuff. The jury's still out on it, but we'll see you next time, okay? You have a wonderful day. My God.